be among friends and patriots. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here for the right reason. And the reason, of course, is to help elect the next president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. Thank you. It is really good to be here. It kind of feels like home. Waking up to snow this morning, you know. And I was at a fish fry last night in Milwaukee, and here we'd just been out on our lake where I live in Alaska, ice fishing, just the day before, as a matter of fact. So feel like I am at home. In fact, I have some connections with Wisconsin. My grandma, she was born in Chippewa Falls. And my favorite brother-in-law in the world, he's from Wilton, population 516. Yes. And he said, don't announce that, though. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the place before. And I said, oh, I'm sure you guys have, of course. And then, though, a really cool connection we have, though, is my dad played on the gridiron with your number 64 Green Bay Packer back in the glory days of the Packers sweep, Jerry Kramer. Granted, it was high school ball. It was high school football, though. And here, Jerry Kramer, he's inducted, along with my dad, in their high school Hall of Fame for how well they did in football. And it is a travesty that your Jerry Kramer still isn't in the NFL, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I told the folks last night in a speech, I said, okay, we've got a unity pledge, all right, for all the candidates, everybody involved in this heated competition in this election cycle. Let's unify around the notion of and the mission to finally get your Jerry Kramer inducted in Canton. Let's make that push to get him into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And then members of his family heard about it last night, and they're like, right on. That's what we need to do here in Wisconsin. Let's push for that. So Jerry Kramer and, you know, the winning Packer seasons that you all have so enjoyed, especially back then. You know, the unprecedented wins, the victories, tough competition back there in the 60s, and then how so many of us have learned from that, what it takes to be a winner, to put it all on the line and to sacrifice all for what you truly believe in. And that is just kind of paralleling what's going on today in our country as we finally have a candidate who knows what it takes to win. And our candidate will win for America. He will make America great again. Because you know what he's going to do? He's going to put it in our hands. He isn't bragging about his ability, though doggone it, he's got the ability. He's not bragging about his own ability to make America great again. He talks about putting government back in the hands of the people, we the people, and then we of our own initiative and the work ethic that God creates within us to produce and to thrive and to strive for better things for our families and our communities. He's going to put it in our hands, and together, under this next president of the United States, Donald Trump, we together will make America great again. So Wisconsin, you ready to make America great again? All right, well, you know what? In order to do that, we have to, I think, first and foremost, do what Donald Trump loves to do, and it's sincere, it's genuine, it comes from his heart. He wants to honor those who allow us to peacefully assemble at a place like this today. And that is those who protect our freedom. If you love your freedom like Donald Trump wants us to do, then you thank a vet. And I would ask anyone who has served previously or serving today, stand up from our United States military. We want to honor you. We love you, we honor you. You ready to elect the next commander-in-chief who will honor you and respect you and make sure that you are paid those benefits that you have earned? Thank you, United States military. Thank you, vets. Donald Trump will never, never let you down. God bless you. Hey, I need a little help here because the media's here and the media keeps screwing up when we're up here on stage talking facts about our candidate. So you need to listen up, media. I'm going to do a little pop quiz here. And hey, you patriots, I need your help on this. I want you to shout out the answer so that maybe they'll start hearing some more truth. And God, please help them to start printing and producing and broadcasting the truth. Okay, so here we go. Friends, who is the only candidate in this race who has ever created private sector jobs and helped Americans actually live the American dream? Who is it? Who is the only candidate who has promoted women within his own company, shattering the glass ceilings before it was ever popular? Donald Trump. Who is the candidate who relies not on these paid political hacks for advice, these paid political hacks and consultants running these other guys' campaigns, who have a track record of losing and losing and losing, and yet somebody's such a sucker, they keep hiring the guys and paying them hundreds of thousands of dollars to advise them on campaigns? Well, it's not going to do them any good. So who is the candidate who doesn't rely on these paid political hacks for advice? He relies on the strong, confident women in his life, like his daughter. Who is that? Donald Trump. Who is the only candidate who doesn't support the job-killing trade plans, TPP, TPA, Obama's trade plans? Who doesn't support that? Trump. Who's the candidate who has spent decades fighting DC and the establishment, who has been just fine with shipping our manufacturing jobs overseas? Trump. Who is the only candidate not owned by special interests and those Wall Street crony capitalists? He's the only candidate, guys. Who is the only candidate not receiving a government paycheck? Trump. Who's the only candidate who has inspired a movement and has actually enlarged that tent that Republicans are always talking about that they want to enlarge, and now Trump's taking heat for even that, bringing in independents, blue dog Democrats? Thank God he is. He's enlarging the tent. Who is that candidate? Right on. And who has spent his life sacrificing much in order to build up America? Who has actually built things? Who's actually had to balance budgets and prioritize in order to build things, get things done, not rely on other people to do it for him? Who is this self-made man who we root on because, friends, he roots us on? He wants the same success for all of us, for our families, for our communities. Who is it who has helped build America? Amen. You guys, I am just so extremely honored to get to be with you all today because, again, I know that you are here for the right reasons and you're making sacrifices to be here. Your efforts, don't think that it's a thankless thing that you are doing, because the rest of the country will thank you. They're going to thank you on Tuesday when you show up to vote for Donald Trump and you help lead the nation in actually turning this thing around and allowing government to get off our back and back on our sides. It's going to be in your hands, Wisconsin, on Tuesday. So I thank you so much, and I realize that the only thing standing between you and hearing from the next president of the United States is me, so I'll get out of the way. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.